getting started, the first workout is a lower body workout. I want to show you how to do lunges properly. I want to show you how to do 3 different lunges, and I'm going to show you the safest way to do all the exercises that we talk about today in this video, okay? I'm going to do it from the side so that you can see what I'm talking about whenever I talk about safety. You want to make sure that your stance when you do a lunge is wide enough that your front knee does not go out farther than your ankle, okay? So if it's out over your front toes, you're too far out and that's too much stress on your knee. So that would be an incorrect way to do it. That's not a safe way to do a lunge, all right? But this is the proper way to do a lunge. Now, for beginners, if you just need to go down a little bit, come back up, that's okay. You're gonna feel it in the top of your front leg and the top of your back leg. That's your quadricep muscles, okay? If you're a little more advanced, you can go all the way down to the floor, not touching the floor, but just about to touch, okay? Then you push off, switch legs, adjust your stance, and take it down and up, okay? Now, the second way you can do a lunge, the first way, you complete your repetitions on one leg, you take it to the other leg, and that's 1 set. The second way, and I'm going to show you this way, you can come forward, press up, come forward, press up. Let me scoot back a little bit here. So you're alternating legs. Press up with that back, with the heel in your front leg. That's how you come back up. Put your weight in that heel and press up, okay? That's a little bit more advanced. And the third and final way that I'm going to show you today, you can also use a step. If you don't have one of these exercise steps at home, and these are home workouts, so you need to use what you've got, but you have stairs, or stairs would be the best because it's the right height and everything. But you're going to place your foot just like you would on the floor, adjust your stance wide enough so that your knee doesn't go too far out over your ankle, and you're going to take it down and up, okay? So you do your repetitions, push off, switch legs, and you do the same thing, okay? You can also do that alternating as well. So that's lunges. All right, now, all these exercises can be done with or without weights. I'm going to show you the next one with weights. So anytime you use weight, that's obviously a little bit more of an intermediate to advanced. These things can all be adjusted. I've got my sheet right here, so I have my cheat sheet to see what the exercises are in order so I can show them to you. But anything that I have on this sheet can be adjusted to your workout level, okay? So anytime you do a squat, anytime it says squat on these exercise sheets, it's just going to be a wide squat unless it specifies and tells you differently. Your feet are going to be wider than your shoulders, okay? With weight, I'm just holding it right here in the bend of my leg for a little bit of added, you know, I just want a little bit more in the exercise. So you're going to take it down. You're squatting down. I'm a little bit forward with my body. And again, I'm going to show you from the side. A lot of times with squats, a lot of my clients, they want to go forward like this. They feel like if they lean too far back, they're going to fall. I'm going to put these weights down for just a minute and show you. You need to stick your butt out like you're sitting back on a chair, okay? You can even put your hands out for a little bit of additional help with your balance when you first start doing these. But your weight is in your heels. So if you feel like you're going to fall back, you're probably doing it correctly. Okay, so this is no with your knees over your toes. That's bad. That's not safe. This is yes. Okay? And if you're using the weight, It's in the bend of your leg, a little bit of added resistance. Okay, and you're just down and up in your squat. Okay, and when you do a squat, you don't want to come all the way up with your knees straight to complete one repetition. You need to stay down in that squat just a little bit, just in that work zone, so you don't feel relaxed. You don't want to rest in between repetitions. The next exercise is for hamstrings. Your hamstring is this muscle right here. Okay, it lifts our booty. All right, a standing hamstring. You can find something to hold on to, just for the sake of showing you today how to do these. I don't have anything, so pretend there's a bar here. You're gonna extend that back leg out just a little bit, okay? In fact, I want you to have your legs even, all right? So just the lower portion of your leg, and you're gonna squeeze your heel up towards your booty and lower it back down. And squeeze and release, okay? Your abs, nice and tight through all of these exercises. Number one, you're getting an abdominal exercise going on there. You're gonna tighten your abs through this. And also it's gonna help you with your balance, okay? It's gonna help you with your posture. Not just when you're exercising, but all the time. Okay, so you're just gonna squeeze and release. All right, that's your hamstring curl. Start with your feet together. In this one, we're not gonna start in the lunge position. We're gonna start with our feet together, okay? Hands on your hips, or if you decide that you're gonna use weights, you can use the weight just down at your sides, okay? Make sure I don't hit the wall when I'm showing you. And you're gonna take it back into a lunge position, all right? And back to a standing position. Okay, the weights, remember this is intermediate to advanced. You don't have to use the weights. But if you do, in your lunge, they can just rest right here at your side and it'll add a little bit of extra resistance. You'll feel it, okay? Take it back from the standing position into a lunge and return to the standing position, okay? And I'm gonna show you, in fact, I'll show you on the step from the side what that looks like. If you decide to do a reverse lunge on the step, which won't come in weeks 1 through 4, but it may come later, okay? You start on top of the step, making sure that nothing's hanging off the step, okay? You don't want your heel or any part of your foot hanging off the edge of the step, because that's a real good way to injure yourself. Make sure your whole foot is on the step. Hands out in front of you if you need that for balance. Take it back into a lunge position, okay? As deep as you can go is good. The deeper the better. And press it back into the standing position, okay? And then you can alternate and back up and repeat. Okay, we're gonna do standing leg raises next, all right? And you do need weight for these, just because it's a really easy move without any weights. Okay, you're gonna need the added resistance. You're gonna keep the weight right here down at your side. You're gonna extend. Now, this is another one. All of these moves require balance. So if you feel wobbly when you first start lunges and squats and side leg raises and all this other stuff, that's okay. Okay, that's normal, and actually that's good, because that is going to give you a starting point. You're going to say 3 weeks from now, after you've completed this workout for the next 3 or 4 weeks, you're going to say, you know, I remember when I couldn't even do one without falling over. And now I'm so strong and I feel so good. So it gives you a starting point. So be encouraged. It's normal, and that's what these are for. They build your, they help you with your balance. They build up your balance muscles. But this next one, side leg raise, it's for what we call saddlebags. So this is a good one. We all love this one, okay? Extend your leg, and if you need to hold on to something, that's fine. But if you can do it without, that's better. Okay? You're just gonna extend, lift, and lower. Okay? Lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. Now, notice that I'm not lifting and then coming back down and relaxing. Okay, I'm just barely touching my toe down so I can kind of regroup for a second, and then I'm going back up for the next one, okay? That's so that you maintain that level of contraction in the muscle. You don't completely relax, like we talked about earlier. That's cheating. That's not good, okay? So don't cheat, because you only cheat yourself. All right? Now, reverse lunges, we talked about that. We talked about them on the step. I think we're almost through the lower body workout that's offered online. Oh, okay. In fact, we are. Now, I'm going to show you ab work, and then please understand that these have cardio segments. They're all listed 10 to 20 minutes, whatever. You all know how to walk. If you don't have a treadmill, just walk in place. Walk in the commercials when you're watching TV. You know, there's a lot of things that you can do, okay? I'm going to show you proper way to do crunches. Alright, as they're listed on this. Alright. Proper way to do crunches. You need to make sure that you don't interlock your fingers. I know y'all have heard that before, and the reason for that is because if you lock your fingers, you have a tendency to want to pull on your neck, okay? And you're going to feel that in your neck, not in your abs, which is what we're trying to work. Okay, so you want to just gently touch the back of your head with your fingertips. All right, that's tip number one. The other thing is, I always tell my clients, pretend you have an orange or a baseball or something right here between your chin and your chest, and you can't squish it. All right, and that'll help you keep the appropriate form through your crunch. So, and the third thing is, the only other thing I have is, you don't have to go all the way from the floor up to your knees and back down to do a good crunch, okay? Especially if you're just starting out or you haven't exercised in a long time, you just need to feel the contraction in your abdominal muscles, okay? So if that's just this much off the floor, but you keep good form, that's good enough, okay? That's better than bad form and coming all the way up and feeling it in places you're not supposed to, like your neck and places in your back, okay? So we're gonna push our belly buttons down toward the floor every time we crunch up, okay? And I'm gonna show you how to do that. Fingertips behind your head, the orange between my chin and my chest, okay, and crunch up. Now your goal is to get your shoulders off the floor every time. That's your goal. So if you can't do that today, make that your goal over the next few weeks, okay? So, and you breathe out when you come up. Breathe out when you come up. All right? You can also leave your hands down at your sides if you feel like that helps you with your form. If you have a tendency to pull your neck, and you can just slide your hands. Okay, just glide your hands across the floor and take it back down. All right, same thing. Squeeze and press and release. Okay, now when I come up from anything on the floor, I usually grab it behind my right leg and let the weight of my leg carry me forward. Okay, so that way I'm not getting up in an incorrect way for my back. I'm going to show you another way though. Roll to your side, push up, okay, come to your knees. Let's work out number 1, weeks 1 through 4. It's a lower body workout for beginner to intermediate. Hopefully I've given you some tips that will allow you to adapt this to your fitness level, whether you're a beginner, whether you've never exercised before, or you are already a little bit more of an intermediate to advanced exerciser. You can use weights. You can increase the amount of weight that you use from 3 to 5, and those are 8s. So that's another way to increase your intensity. I hope these tips have helped you. I really appreciate all of you. And until next time, I'm Vick. Don't forget to make today count.